What's good, everybody? What's up, good peoples? This your boy, that trucker from the 330, and welcome back to the channel. And before I get into this video, I would like for y'all to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Make sure that every time I drop a video, you will be notified. So what today's video is going to be about, it's going to be basically about how I got into trucking. It all started like back in 2005, where I started at a job called, it was called Midwest Presort Mailing Services, but now it's called Midwest Direct, where, you know, I got that job making pennies an hour. You know, back in 2005, you know, the dang on minimum wage was like $6. I think I was making like maybe somewhere around $6.50 an hour. And that's when I first started. Then I had got into transportation part of the job. And I started off in a cargo van, and that boosted my pay up to about $8. Then after that, I got upgraded to a box truck, and that boosted me up to about $9. So, you know, when I drove that box truck, you know what I'm saying, it was like, I really loved it. I loved it. I was going from back and forth from Cleveland to Pittsburgh every day, you know what I'm saying, through the winter storms. I mean, thank God I had weight on my truck, you know what I'm saying, where I can get through those winter storms. But, you know, it's just like, whoo, I loved it though. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I drove behind the wheel of that box truck, I loved it. And I loved it ever since. But, you know, I got maybe a few years experience driving a box truck at the time. But, you know, I always used to drive past like the semi trucks on the freeway. I'm like, man, maybe one day I can get into that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought I was scared to even try to attempt to drive a semi, you know, but back then, you know, they didn't have automatics and all of that. I mean, they did, but not like that. Because, you know, I never driven a manual ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? Never drove a manual in a car, yet alone a truck. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I ended up leaving transportation alone, like box trucking and all that stuff alone for a while, because I had kids. And now that my kids are older, I just pursued it last year. I'm coming up on a year on having my CDL. So, I mean, I'm 41 now. I mean, well, not 41. I was 41 then when I got my CDL, but I'm 42 now. But it's great getting back into the trucking industry now. It's real good. I mean, I love it. And I thank you, and the shout outs to Mass Trucking that gave me my shot. They the ones that taught me everything that I know. Everything that I know about trucking now is from them. And now I was with them for about 6 months. And so now I'm here with Swift. It's been a pretty good experience with Swift so far. Like I said in my second video about the pros and cons, there are some flaws with Swift, but I think the pros will outweigh the cons, you know what I'm saying, so far since I've been here. The pay has been good. I'm not going to get into that, but the pay has been good for me. I can't speak for everybody else, because I mean, I know a lot of y'all commented on my video saying that y'all to make X amount of dollars with Swift. But, you know, I mean, I could have been a route that y'all was on that was making that kind of money. But with the route that I'm on the 626 route, what they call it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making good money. So I'm just thankful and appreciative and very humbly appreciative of the opportunities that I have gotten in trucking. I think trucking has really changed my life for the better, because eventually I don't plan on being with Swift. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually I'm going to go off in an adventure and do my own thing, as far as being like an owner operator and doing my own thing. And I'm not going to say that that's going to happen soon, but it's going to happen. All things, you can do all things when it comes to Christ, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Because I always said that I'm always tired of punching somebody else's clock. I want to be my own boss. I want to be my own boss, do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it the right way. Make sure that all my T's is crossed and my I's are dotted before I start. But, you know, I mean, like I said, I always had this dream of being a boss and having my own trucking business, and it's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, this is why, I mean, when I said I had this fear of driving one of these, wasn't fear. It was just that, I'm like, I don't know if I can drive one of these things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks complicated or whatever. So I remember the first time I got behind the wheel of a semi truck, man, I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was nervous as hell. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It was, yeah, but check this out though. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Check this little video out real quick of me, first time ever behind the wheel of a semi truck. I was, yep, that's me doing a straight line backing. I mean, that's probably the most simplest backing maneuver that you can do. I mean, it's, they say if you can't do a straight line backing maneuver, you don't need to be trucking. Plain and simple. Which is, I can understand that, because it is simple. But anyway, I got the biggest, and also, you know, and it's like, I always have this woman right here always in my corner. You know, since she always got my back. She's my biggest cheerleader right now. You know what I mean? And she's been there since day one. And she's like, you can do this. You got this. Every day. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for her, you know, I don't know what would happen. You know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't even have this dream right now. I would probably like pursuing that right now, as being having my own trucking business, if it wasn't for her. She's my biggest supporter. She's always been there, and I can't thank her enough. Yes, Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones, you always been there, and I'm always thankful for you. Always. So, I don't think I left nothing out. But that's how I got started into trucking. It was when I drove a box truck for the first time, and I loved it ever since. I fell in love with it ever since. And now it's just like, can't go nowhere but up now. So y'all gonna see my journey from here on out. Man, somebody was trying to call me. Y'all gonna see me purchase my first truck. I'm putting all of that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see all of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking it into existence right now. So get ready for it, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video right here. I appreciate y'all listening. And I thank y'all for watching. And as always, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. And every time every time I drop a video, you will be notified when you hit that notification bell. It's greatly appreciated for those that have already. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace and love, y'all.